So Lesufi is at it again, talking about things that South Africans or regular South Africans have been talking about for the longest time. And other parties as well had problems for the longest time, and they were labeled to be racist, they were labeled to be sellouts, and all those things. And they were labeled to bring back the apartheid regime laws in the country, when we said there is a problem with illegal structures or mushrooming of illegal structures and all these informal settlement that are mushrooming everywhere in the country. And some of those informal settlement that are mushrooming in the country are not even South Africans who are owning those properties or who are owning those informal settlement, are people that are coming into the country illegally. So now he is talking about this issue that we have been saying for the longest time, because the ANC is losing traction, and the only thing that they can do when the ANC is losing traction is to side with people or say things that they think that the people will make sure that they vote them back again. If you are mentally stable, I don't think you should be voting the ANC the next coming elections, because obviously you have seen for the past 30 years, the ANC was never on the side of South African. The ANC wanted to destroy everything. The ANC wanted to feed their own desires and their pockets to be full in order for their families and generations to come to have something to fall back on. But you, as Nombulelo, as Liselo somewhere, your family is still going to struggle for the next coming years. Now he is making all sorts of things, all sorts of sayings, and he's making press conferences to make sure that people come back and vote this same ANC. And I think there's a lot of people that will fall for this. Lesufi has destroyed Gauteng. Gauteng is in shambles as we speak. He is the last person to even come here and talk about how he's going to change things. Things are changing in Gauteng, and they are going to dismantle the plastic city, illegal immigrants, mushrooming, and all of those things. But anyway, before we can get ahead of all this issue, Dumela Kazi, welcome back to the Cafe. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Without wasting any more time, make sure you don't leave without subscribing, and do like this video. It helps a lot. And I would like to hear your own thoughts down below. It doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with me. Put it down, and then we can fight it on the comment sections. Let's get into this video. So this is what Lesufi had to say. I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary when it comes to this one, because I feel like this is him trying to bullshit us as always, because he has been bullshitting us for the longest time.
Over the weekend, and it's clear, the pattern is clear. Identify if that government is, that land owned by government, go there, send fewer people. After 72 hours, because of not being evicted, call everyone that needs land to go and occupy that land. We are tired as government now. We'll deal with that situation, because it's quite clear that this syndicate thinks that they can collect money, invade land, and nothing happens to them. If we have to meet in court, we'll meet in court, but we are going to destroy those informal settlements. We can't, because immediately after that informal settlement is established, what do people need? They need water. They need a school. They need scholar transport to be taken to the nearest school. They will then come and say they need sewer. They need roads. And we don't have, so we have to move money from those that are obedient to satisfy those that are disobedient, because they can close roads or they can go on a public platform and insult us. Those days are over. If there is an informal settlement that is not recognized, that is not registered, that we have not given it the go-ahead, as I'm saying now, we've resolved as government, those informal settlements must be crushed. And we'll try to persuade the affected people to do it voluntarily and engage government. If they don't want to do voluntarily and engage government, we have no choice. But the sad part is that majority of this new informal settlement is people that are not documented in our country. That's the sad part. Who think that they can challenge this government on the basis that they can just invade land and then establish that informal settlement without authorization, and thereafter come and blame government that they don't have water. We're not going to allow that. We've been abused, it's enough. We're going to be fair. So when we hear stories from now on, and I said to the team, we are going to dismantle this informal settlement at 2 a.m. I said it to the team. I don't want anyone during the day at 2 a.m. because I think the patience of this government and the patience of our people in our country and the accommodative nature of us to ensure that we work within the human rights limitations is being abused and taken advantage of. And therefore, we are pulling all, what we are doing in this one in particular, all municipalities, all the law enforcement agencies, we're going to hit one informal settlement by time. All of us. It's not going to be Ekurhuleni alone. If you're going to Ekurhuleni, we are bringing Johannesburg municipality, we are bringing Tshwane municipality, Sidibé municipality, we are bringing all the law enforcement agencies. We go to that area at 2 a.m. Don't ask me why 2 a.m. At 2 a.m. and we're going to deal with this informal settlement. We can't be taken back when we want to develop our programs. And we can't allow people that think that they can bypass processes because they think that they've got the organized syndicate to do all this one thing. So that's our commitment, that we're going to work on it, the way we've taken the decision to work on around it.
People of this country have for years and years and years, they have been raising this issue of the mushrooming of these informal settlement in the country. Most of them, or some of them, owned by illegal immigrants. And obviously, within this whole thing, there's a syndicate that is obviously perpetuating and making sure that these people are occupying land. And we know that the EFF also has a tendency of saying that if there is no one in that land, you need to occupy land. They have opened the floods of the evil to occupy any land. And obviously, when this land is occupied, even if it's privately owned, it's going to take years for you to fight for that land, because obviously we've got these human rights organizations that have got enough money to take these people to court and all of those things. Funny enough, these organizations are unable to give that money that they are giving to the courts, give that money to these people and these syndicates to actually purchase land and build houses for themselves. But they've got money to go to courts and pay thousands and thousands of rands to fight the government in South Africa. The same Lesufi who is coming from the ANC that allowed this whole shenanigans to happen in the country. The people of this country are saying, we need people to come into this country legally. We don't want this influx. The same ANC goes to Zimbabwe, for example, and say that the xenophobic people in South Africa and all of those things, meaning that this ANC is not for us. It is for the rest of the continent except South Africa. The country is burning. But the ANC has got an audacity of going to Zimbabwe and talk about how lavish and how good the land issue was handled in Zimbabwe. But in South Africa, things are taking the worst angle at the moment. The worst angle. There's a lot of retrenchment. Companies are closing. We still have this influx of illegal immigrants. The crime is just, you can count them all. And all thanks to what? The ANC. Let's backtrack a bit. The DA in the Western Cape had problems with people taking land and building shacks. You can see in Stellenbosch, you can see in the land that is owned by government, or the land that is not supposed to be used for building because of it was marked to be a heritage site or whatever, that all those things, you get what I'm saying. And the DA was labeled to be racist because DA doesn't want black people to own land in the Western Cape, or it doesn't want to build houses for black people in the Western Cape. And now, because it is spoken by Lesufi, the mighty Lesufi, who happens to be black, now we have to run with that. I feel like at the moment ANC is trying by all means to scramble for any little vote that it will get in the next elections. And I can bet you right now, there's a lot of people that are actually saying, oh wow, ANC is working at the moment. They are not working. Next year, it is local elections. They will have all these press briefings. You will see a lot of them trying to look like they are working. They are not working. They are trying to fix their PR image. This is just another PR stunt that the ANC has been thriving with this PR stunt since 1994. Since way back, they have been doing the same thing. It is the same story. And if you think that the ANC is on your side as a South African, think again. Trust me on that one, think again. Because people like Lesufi, easy example, go to the CBD in Johannesburg. Go to the CBD in Johannesburg. Hopefully you will come back alive. Hopefully you will come back with your car. And hopefully you won't be one of the states of people that just went missing without a trace. The lights are not working. Traffic lights are not working. Copper cables stolen left, right, and center. ANC, the same person who speaks here, Lesufi, ANC, each and every single day when you open your news, your news on your cell phone or your newspaper or whatever, there is no way that you won't see anything that is so heartbreaking that happened in Johannesburg. Every single time, every single day, there's something that is happening in Johannesburg, in Gauteng as a whole, every single day. And this person has been there. The buildings are hijacked in Gauteng. He's talking about Plastic City. The CBD, something that should be in a quality, aesthetically looking, it looks like a dump site. That is your ANC. I would like to know, what do you think on your side? And also, I would like to know, do you want to still vote for the ANC? If you voted for the ANC, do you still want them in power? If you still want them in power, good for you. Your children won't have any generational wealth, but their own children, they will have that generational wealth. When you look back and see those votes that you have been casting and voting for the ANC, don't cry. Do not cry, because it will be on to you to make this change, that there is no way that the ANC is going to rule us again. We don't have a president at the moment. We don't have a president. And I can see the ANC imploding. I can see the fights inside there, because our own president is nowhere to be found. He is nowhere to be found. This is by far, I know I'm not Zuma's best friend. I'm not Zuma's, you get the thing. And I'm not associated with any party, so I can say whatever I want with any party. I do not care. This is by far one of the worst presidents we have ever had in South Africa. The worst. I'm saying the worst since 1994. The worst. Anyway, tell me what you think about this whole topic. Like this video. Make sure that you subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll see you on my next upload. Have a fantastic one. Actually, I wanted to tell you, but I think I will tell you on the next video what I'm thinking to do on this channel, because I'm trying to figure out if I can upload more videos a day than uploading one video a day, because sometimes I've got a lot to say, but I cannot say it because I say, okay, I'll say it tomorrow, because that's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking of having at least 3 videos a day, so that we can discuss. There's a lot to discuss in South Africa, and there's a lot to discuss in the whole wide world. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic one. Peace.